Hey everyone, welcome to the channel, Hysteria Projects. Sorry if you hear the heater blowing in the background, it's kind of chilly. This is a general message, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Thank you so much for your support. The general energy coming across though is you're in this energy of peace, trying to find balance, saving your money, really trying to stack building blocks for something in your future, and there is somebody in your energy that is having major anxiety. This is somebody that's undergoing a tower moment. And that's about all I got out of this so far. So let's hop into it. You're attracting love. Okay. So somebody can see that you're in this very attractive state where, you're going for what you want and you're achieving great things. You do have this wish fulfillment energy about you. So your wishes could be coming to light, or they could be in the makings. You could also be someone's wish fulfillment here. We'll see what comes out. Transcending beyond limits, messenger of spirits, rising above obstacles, truly free. You have a freedom that somebody admires, I'm gonna say. Now, there is a sense of somebody having envy, but there's also a sense of somebody having admiration. Just about your energy, the energy that you carry. You're very connected, you're very tapped in. You could meditate a lot, not necessarily, but whatever you do, it really works for you. You have this sense of peace about you, this Zen energy. And again, this building wealth, creating a foundation, this is what you're doing right now. You're saving money for something in the future, something very stable for yourself. This is, that retirement thought. You know what I'm saying? Steady flow, see beyond. You don't let anything stop you. Things might slow you down, things might get in your way, but you continue to push through, you continue to overcome. You really do have this blessed energy about you. Some people could think that you're just lucky or things were handed to you. But that's not the case here. Not in your situation. Your zen, your peace, it did come from a lot of darkness. You really had to overcome a lot of external and internal obstacles. And you're in this state now where you're wanting to receive. You're ready to receive. You're ready to receive what's meant for you. It says profound wisdom. Ancestors guide you. You're very connected. You're very watched over. And you have a very old soul. Like, this isn't your first trip here. Not only that, but you very much do listen to the guidance that you're given to the best that you can. You're very open for continuous learning and being curious. You're very receptive. And so there's a lot of things that are going to be coming in to this 3D world for you, you know, that you've been manifesting. One of those things is, you know, people that align with you. Travel could be involved, going on new adventures, exploring new sceneries. You know, but there's also this energy of this is coming in now. This is headed towards you. And these bonds that you're going to have are going to be very happy, very fulfilling. And this is on its way to you. You've walked through the doorway. You had a key and you opened the door and you stepped on through. You know, you left behind what no longer served you. You left behind anything that tried to hold you back. You truly are free. You know, you're free from any kind of ties. You know, you're free from any limitations. You know, I'm not saying you're free from, like, you're not rich, you know what I'm saying? But it's the mindset. It's the mindset that's important here. You know, you're abundant. You don't set limitations for yourself. And when obstacles come up, you don't see it as a limitation to stop you. You know, you look at it as something that needs to be figured out. You know, you take on the challenges. And you've been doing that in the spiritual sense as well, not just in, you know, the physical form, but in the 5D. You've really been taking leaps and bounds here. And you could be exhausted. The beginning of this new year could have started off very intense. You know, and you could be tired. You could be needing rest. And if that's the case, you know, take some rest. You know, take some time for you. There's somebody that's pulling on your energy here. And this person that's pulling on your energy, this is somebody that is going through their own tower moment. This is somebody that's having a lot of heartbreak and anxiety and freaking out behind the scenes, okay? This is somebody that's pulling on your energy, you know, but your spirits are watching over you. Your ancestors are watching over you. You know, you're being protected from this. So you could be feeling a little laggish and draining, you know, but that's okay. You know, take some time to rest. Take some you time, you know. Overall, you're being protected from whatever this energy is in the background. You know, this is energy that's lingering in the shadows here. It still doesn't want to show their face, you know, but you know who this person is. You know, there was one point in your life where you looked around at what you had and you felt as though you had nothing. You know, just like this emptiness. You know, let me take a look at this picture. You know, you once looked at this as like there was nothing there, that you had nothing left. It was barren. And you changed your perspective to view this as a magnificent structure. Stalactites and crystals and the beauty of the colors and the texture. You know, you went from one way of looking at something to a completely different perspective. A beautiful one. And nothing changed. Nothing in the environment changed. It was all your perspective. And that perspective shift is allowing you to create this new foundation for yourself. You're building a castle on this new mentality that you have. You know, if you can be okay with where you are in the moment, in the present moment, knowing that it's not ideal, knowing that there's so much better out there, if you can be okay in this present moment, then you're already wealthy. And anything that comes is going to just be that much extra. Because you see the abundance already. You see that you already had the abundance. There's people that feel like you've left them behind, left them in your shadow. And that's only because you continue to push forward and you continue to grow and you glow gold, really. I mean, you give off this very beautiful energy. And that attracts equal beauty, but it also attracts darkness, you know? So that's why there's people lingering in the shadows here that are watching this, watching you. Seeing how abundant you are. Seeing how you're, you know, you're just like everybody else. But you're not at the same time. You know, it's not so much that you're so different. It's that you were brave enough to be yourself. You were brave enough to look beyond the things that were thrown at you to keep you down and stifle you. You were brave enough to tap into that within yourself, to continue on. That's within everybody. You know, so yes, you are different, but you're different in the sense that you did that and the people around you did not. You know, these people that are looking at you, reflecting at you, these people from the past that really did try to get in your way and block you. These people didn't have that in them. You know, so you stick out. But you're coming out as very wise. You're coming out as somebody that sees things. But the signs are everywhere. The answers are within you. You know, we are all one. We are all the same in a lot of aspects. Some of us are, you know, more messy than others. I mean, you know, we are unique, but we are the same. And there's somebody that's in your energy that is fixated on that. Fixated on how you see the world like that. And this Five of Pentacles and this Ten of Wands being in the reverse, you really have overcome a lot. And there's people out there that know your story, that know the darkness that you were in and know the environments that you were in. And how you turned that all around. How deserving and worthy you are of the stability and that foundation and support. And not just support from your ancestors and from God and angels, but support in the physical form, support from another human being. Support in love, support in friendships. You know, there's people that know your story, and I mean, they look at your life like a movie. And you felt very stuck in your life. You didn't know what to do. And the only thing you knew to do was to to go within, to look within yourself. You know, you did feel blinded. You felt like you could see no way out. So you just turned inward and upward. That's too many. That's too many. Somebody juggled you here. And it's somebody in that situation that is having a lot of anxiety right now, that's having this tower moment. This tower moment. Okay? So, this situation with this person that's having this tower moment here, it could be a couple, but there's somebody here that is, they want to come towards you, and they're having a lot of anxiety about that. They want, they're desiring you, okay? This person is desiring you. And whoever this other person is in their energy, they also know that. They also know that this person is desiring to come towards you. We're leaving that there. Okay? So with this wheel, you know, you ended a lot of cycles. You had a lot of cycles end. Okay? You initiated some of these endings, and some of them you did not. And you looked within yourself. And that's how you gained this wealth and abundance. You know, it's not all about how much money you have. Yeah. It's not all about how much money you have. It's about the weight of your heart. You know, your heart is more valuable than money. And you are wealthy beyond measure. You do have good news coming towards you. Again, somebody is trying to manifest you here. You're getting a lot of attention. This attention might not be in your face. Nonetheless, you are a hot topic of discussion. And people see that you're well off. People see that you're not in bad shape, that you're doing okay. You have a good mental status, you know, you're doing all right for yourself right now. And again, you're in this attractive state. You're attracting in a lot of energies here, good and not so good. But nonetheless, you are admired, even by the ones that want to hate on you. They still love you, okay? You see beyond illusions. You see beyond the confusion. You see beyond a lot of the bullshit. You see a lot of things as very surface value and have no weight and no meaning, hold no value. And you are more interested in what does hold value. And the little things. It's 10 of Cups, you know. The energy here is that you are your own 10 of Cups. But you're also going to receive 10 of Cups. You're also going to receive that complete emotional fulfillment. But that started within yourself. That started with you feeling emotionally fulfilled with yourself and by yourself. To see beyond your own ego, to see beyond, you know, the illusions. This Ace of Pentacles is very interesting because when I first seen this, it felt like Wands energy. It felt like a very passionate energy. So you have been blessed here with something that is going to be a very fundamental part of your life. This is going to be one of the 4 major stones. But this is not something that is going to be just stable. It's not something that is going to be, just earthly bound and pentacle related. This is something you're going to be very passionate about. This is going to spark something very deep within your soul. There's this birthing here. Something very new, something very passionate. And it's mysterious. It's very mysterious. It's very divine. This could be a very unique gift for you specifically. You're being told to go within. Okay, I'm not going to be able to tell you what this is. This is something very specific for you, and your spirit guides want you to know to go within, because this is a blessing. This is a gift. Okay, is there anything else you'd like to say? We have Justice and 4 of Wands. Yeah, you're about to have a person come into your life that is going to be justice within your relationship, within that home aspect of your life, and this could be, a new home, but whatever it is, this is something that is going to be justice for you somehow. This is something that is meant for you because this is going to balance things out for you. Let's pull a final message. I'll do a message from the universe. Final message, please. Take that too, since it wanted to poke out. So we have Whispers of Forgotten Dreams. I listen to the wisdom of my soul, remembering past lives and future paths. And then we also have Phoenix Rising. I rise from the ashes of past love, stronger and more radiant than before. And you're on this beautiful journey, this beautiful path. And I hope you got clarity with whatever you came to this message for. Until next time. Bye.